Greta Wolf Krakauer came to Palestine in 1924. She was 34, left behind her a flourishing career in Vienna. She came to Palestine because this was an exciting place to be. It was a place in which she could practice some of her socialist beliefs. She was very interested in social questions and had a background in that in Vienna. In Vienna, she was working with the Socialist Party since really the beginning of the century, and she was a student of Hölzel, Adolf Hölzel in Stuttgart. After that, she studied with Johannes Itten. She was actually at the forefront of the modernist movement and was after that very enthusiastic in participating in different initiatives in Rot-Wien. So when she came here, she managed to maintain until the 1934 a career in Vienna, and even showed in the Deutsche Frauen exhibition, which was then together with Kette-Kollwitz, among others. And after these years at the beginning, when she was somehow, I'd say, between Europe and Palestine, with the war, opening of the war, and she was more and more here in Israel, Palestine and then Israel, and she was marginalized both as a woman, both as a figurative artist, and probably because she also didn't speak Hebrew. Looking at Greta Wolf's oeuvre, we'll see a very frank portrayal of the different communities that were in mandatory Palestine and after that in Israel. For instance, Palestinian women, Bedouin women, and Muslim women from Jerusalem, she portrayed like nobody else did at the time, without any Orientalist overtones or undertones. She portrayed the chalutzim, the pioneers that were working in places in different ways. She sometimes showed their difficulties and not just this kind of portrayal of everything being bright and being strong. She made very frank pictures also of Jerusalem itself, both as an extremely beautiful city, no doubt, but also with its neighborhoods that were less beautiful. She was making pictures of the immigrants that came from Germany, especially between 33 and 38, which show people that actually found themselves outside of their environment, not always because they wanted to be here, but many times because this was the possible place to be in at the time. And she had this understanding, I think this double understanding of the situation, both as somebody that immigrated early, as I said, she came in 24, but she understood what they left behind. And I think that this kind of observation that she had on people, on situations, is something that was very particular to her art. For me, she was interesting and is interesting because of this much broader view of things than is usually given, and because she has in her art itself is first of all very good art, but it has something that can really convey a lot of feeling and empathy to the people that she is portraying or to the landscape that she's showing.